20 minutes or something.
Yeah, they're looking into it right now. I'm trying to fix it.
But yeah, I agree, Salon. Like, it would definitely be better if everybody did more for black people. You know, like all elected officials.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
I don't think you need to be a certain party to do something for black people.
Right.
What you need to be is someone who tackles the problem at the root, and like so far no one has.
Well, the other thing too is that a lot of shit that like could and would help people, and this isn't even necessarily black people, but this is like a problem with this is a problem with the system. Is it's like they like earmark a lot of shit. So it's like, okay, we could do this thing that'll help like blacks, but then they'll tack on some shit related to like abortion or like military funding,
right.
or like, you know, they do some weird shit like that. I can't think of a specific, so take it with a grain of salt. I know, but that kind of shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if there was something that would have been like easily straightforward that everybody could agree on, that one party decided to throw something in there that the other party's like gotta resist it. So because the fact that they do that shit with veterans, that pisses me off. Like, even the 9/11 shit that Jon Stewart was fighting for,
Right.
there was all kinds of shit, like, attached to that made people not want to support it. And it's like, fuck this, man. If we can't give our 9/11 first responders, like, a pass, then what the fuck are we doing? Like,
There needs to be a bill that prevents bills from becoming convoluted with bullshit.
yeah, you shouldn't be able to, there should be clearly defined scope of, like,
Right.
what you can do. And then anything outside of that should not be discussed.
Right.
Because even if it does pass, it blocks it and holds it up for so long, and then everything gets watered down, and then it's like, fuck.
Look at the CARES Act. The only reason like we got $1,200 checks, some of us, is because corporations got like fucking trillions of dollars.
Right.
So
Yeah, I didn't get one. But
it
you
was
did.
like an excuse to make corporations even more rich.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to, like, why didn't they break it up into here's cash relief for American citizens,
And here's one for
here's
corporations.
cash relief for corporations, or the loans, or whatever it was. But they bundle all that shit together and go, boom, pass it. And then they fucking debate about it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like, this is fucking important. Get this shit done now. We can't wait.
People are like, they weren't getting evicted, but they were like getting fucked.
They are now.
Yeah. What are you guys doing over there?
I hope there's no Periscope chats coming through, because can't see.
Periscope, if you're on Periscope, we can't see you typing at all, so we're sorry. Until we get the bot up, we won't know.
If you're on Periscope and you want to chat to us, come to YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Mike and Emmanuel.
Yeah, it's in the top of the video.
Yeah, I would love to see,
Yeah.
was it ranked choice voting?
Ranked choice
Yeah,
voting or
ranked
star voting. One of those two.
Star voting?
Star voting.
What is that?
It's similar to ranked choice. It's like there's some minor difference, but it's like a big thing.
Ranked choice is, to me, I think it's pretty ridiculous that we don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't see any downside to ranked choice at all. Like, what would be the downside?
There isn't. I don't see one. either.
Literally everybody wins.
The downside is the two-party system we have now suffers, and that's why they won't allow it, because they take a hit. That's the only downside.
I mean, maybe, but even inside of that, even you could still have ranked choice voting within the two-party system.
You can, but like, if that alone decreases the chance of a Democrat or Republican winning, they're not gonna want that.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe.
yeah. Yeah, the downside is for the people in power, exactly. But that's not a good enough excuse. It shouldn't be. That's why it should be something that we should like protest about.
Yeah.
Like a third party isn't going to survive without ranked choice voting. I just don't see it happening.
That's all the more reason why I'm in favor.
Yeah, I mean,
Bring on the choices, bro. I want choices. I'm tired. I'm sick and fucking tired.
as a
the lesser of
as
two
a
evils.
citizen of this country, there's no reason not to be in favor
Right.
of ranked choice voting.
Right.
Put that with democracy dollars, and you've got a whole new fucking democratic process
Mm-hmm.
where people can actually win without, you know, all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Leia Jr.
Jen, can you go do that in the other
Yeah.
room?
Can you go in the living room? Can you play in the living room, please? Dude, all you did was bring this one in here. She's like, what?
Just gotta like drag him into the other room.
Ella Jr.'s been left out, dude. She's like, what the hell? You guys are too hyper tonight. Too much going on. Yeah, ranked choice plus democracy dollars, done deal.
Yep.
Dude, if
There's
Yang-
more to be done, but that's like huge. Those two things
Yeah.
are huge. Tremendous.
If Yang fucking won, it would be such a slam dunk.
Of course.
It wouldn't even.
But
come
there's a
close.
reason that he didn't win.
Well, yeah,
There's a very big reason he didn't win.
yeah. But I'm just saying. I'm really like that to me is the only positive of Trump winning. Although I think didn't Biden say he won't run 2024?
Biden said he hasn't committed to 2 terms, and Andrew Yang also said he hasn't ruled out running in 2024. So, yeah, there you go. Like,
Hopefully it happens, dude.
I think that would be the ideal scenario. Is
Yeah.
Biden wins now, he does a single term,
Yang somehow gets in, like,
Yang maybe is
cabinet
cabinet,
member or whatever.
and then Yang runs, and then Yang wins 2024. Done. Game set match. We got a new country all of a sudden. Holy shit! How'd that happen?
Yeah.
We put the fire out and we made some upgrades.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
fucking SUV power, dude.
Can you guys go in the living room?
Town.
Kelly, go put them in the living room.
Personally, I've not been following it too closely. I think,
I think that's a tit for tat kind of thing.
yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. I think it's more like, it's to be expected. Like, when McCain ran, everybody was talking about his physical health. When Bernie was running, people were talking about his physical health.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just like a nature of politics. What is he doing? What the fuck?
Like,
Come here. Come here. Come here. Jesus.
I mean the I don't know how bad it was under Obama. I don't think there was much to critique
Well,
of
he
his
was
health.
super young.
Right.
So.
There wasn't much to like go after, but I think it's just like one of those things that it's
But
like.
when he got out, dude, that shit aged the shit out of him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely aged. But that's not something you can say, like, look, see?
Well, yeah.
He's not fit for the presidency because he's got gray hair. Like, it doesn't work like that. But I think what's happening now is when Hillary was running, the right was criticizing her for her health.
Yeah, because she was, like, fainting and shit.
Right. So she was allegedly fainting, and then whatever else they could find on her there. So now that Trump is showing signs of weakness, of course they're gonna do the same thing because like that they did that to Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's just like a tit for tat, like. And to be fair, like.
It doesn't help that we have fucking old people running.
Right, and it's
like,
I think it's a legit criticism to be concerned about a president's health because like with Bernie, he had a heart attack like a few months ago. Like that is something to be considered about.
Also, when it comes to like Biden, if he's going senile, and then we put him on a plane, send him over to like Saudi Arabia or some shit, and he does some crazy senile shit over there that like gets us in bad favor with that country, it's like, what the fuck? So it's just kind of whatever. Yeah, I mean,
Trump wears adult. Well, the thing is, in regards to Trump, I think people enjoy making fun of Trump on like a personal level because he does it to so many people. So it's almost like fighting fire with fire, or like giving him a taste of his own medicine kind of thing. I think that's why it's extra bad with Trump, and like I'm not terribly opposed to it, just because like Trump dishes it out to everybody. Like everybody. He talks shit about everyone that he wants to, which is almost everyone in politics. So like,
and even not politics, like Rosie O'Donnell.
Sure, exactly. Why is it? I don't know. I don't know like where that came about. Trump wears adult diapers.
I think it's just because I don't know if it's necessarily an insult, but I think it's pointing out like an inferiority. Like, you're getting old, dude. Like, you can't fucking cut it. And knowing how thin Trump's skin is, it's gonna like he'll be like, I don't wear adult diapers. Like, it'll just make him.
He literally
irritated.
wrote a tweet about defending himself going down the ramp at the Air Force One or whatever, the ramp that he was going down that everyone was like making fun of him for.
What do you mean
he was like walking down a ramp after some like press briefing or whatever, and he was like struggling. It like took him forever to get down the ramp, and like he like sort of like got towards the end and then like sort of ran down the last couple steps, and it wasn't his best moment, but like people pounced on him for that. But it's like that would have happened under Hillary too. So like people are just doing it because it's something to target.
Right.
It's something to like use as a weapon. But Trump literally wrote it quote unquote worked so well that he wrote a tweet about it, like defending the way he walked down the ramp. Like he took the time out to like tweet something about it. That's how you know it got to him. If he's writing a tweet about it, then it got to him.
Pretty much. Well, I think I don't know. I think that it's just a natural thing, though. It's like, it's the old. I don't know. I think it is ageist, but I think I wouldn't say it's within reason. Because, like, at the end of the day, they're the president, whatever. But, I don't know. To me, it's like, it's just another way for people to say you're not fit for the job. Like,
right.
You can't even like take a shit by yourself, or whatever. Like, you can't even control your own bowels. How are you going to control the nation? Like, I think that's all it is. I don't think it's so much like if there was a guy who had like a medical condition where he had to wear diapers, but he kicked ass as a leader, I don't think anybody would hold that against him. It would be like a weird tabloid talking point. But I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to, like Emmanuel was saying, like, Trump is so petty That's like anything people can say to kind of like get under his skin. It's, that's what that it's easy to jump.
It's his bread and butter. Like
It's his bread and butter, but I think it's also just easy to do. As people like, why is it trending? I think it's because it's easy.
right.
Everybody wants to talk shit. Go, ha ha, diaper man.
Right.
Like whatever. It's
Diaper man, I think I like that better than
Diaper man.
Trump wears an adult diaper. Diaper man.
Yeah.
Hey Salon, yeah, we're back. Sorry, I don't know what happened to the YouTube stream, but it's back up now.
Oh, did it die?
Yeah, it like started a new one.
Shit. Yeah, FDR was in a wheelchair. That's my point, though. Is it's
Right.
like, I think if you can kick ass, then like people are able to overlook it. But
Right.
plus, I think FDR also correct. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Nixon was the first president to be televised. So even though he was in a wheelchair, nobody like saw it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like a big
and,
fucking
and
deal.
there was no Twitter back then.
Right, because that's the big thing about
Which is
Nixon
a big
and
deal.
JFK. When they had their first debate, like Nixon was sitting like sprawled out, like didn't give a shit, and JFK was like, he came correct.
Yeah.
So it's like that made a huge impact on people.
Right. But like the social media component of all this is huge. Don't underestimate that. Like I don't know if we will ever have a president that's in a wheelchair ever again. Like I don't even know if that's even possible at this point. Just given the nature of social media and how televised and open everything is and how, people shame and attack candidates for any little thing, like I mean, if they're like, I don't know, if they're a fucking rock star candidate and they're perfect in every other way, maybe.
Yeah. Well, hope in the future they'll probably like not even have wheelchairs. They'll be like exoskeletons
Yeah.
or whatever, like
Life alert chairs.
something like that. Yeah, dude. When you said he came down the ramp, that's what I thought you meant. Like he came down the ramp, like
No,
like he had to be like lowered
he was-
automatically down.
He was attempting to walk down it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you talking about the like disabled guy that he was mocking
What?
when Trump mocked that disabled reporter
When was that?
while he was campaigning.
Oh. In 2020?
He literally like mimicked the guy. He was like doing
Oh,
with his
that
hand.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought that was just like him calling like the Democrats retarded. I didn't.
No,
realize
he literally was talking about a specific person, and he mimicked
Oh
him.
my God.
Who interviewed him?
Oh my god.
The guy was like trying to interview him, and it was like he was
Oh
disabled.
my god.
Yeah. Like,
What the fuck? I never knew that. I thought it was the whole time. I thought he was just like, oh yeah, they're fucking.
that is why
policies,
people
whatever.
give zero fucks about making fun of Trump.
Yeah.
It's because like, bully the bully. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trump is 74. Biden is 78, 77. They're both old. Trump's the oldest president, right, ever to be elected.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. And now Biden's about to fucking beat that record by 4 years. It's like we're going the wrong way. We should be
Yeah.
going the other way.
Yeah. Like I get that older people have more wisdom because they've been around longer, they've seen more shit, they've got more experience. I get all that. But I'm just saying, man, throw us like a 50-year-old, please. Like,
Yeah, start small.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Even a
come on.
60-year-old would be like, holy shit,
Yeah.
10 years
Like,
younger?
how old was Bush when he was president?
I don't
Because
know.
Clinton was young, right?
Clinton, youngish.
I want to say he was like late 40s.
Yeah, I
Obama
think
was probably like late 40s.
I think so.
So, yeah.
Where's the stigma? I think it's not even the mainstream media as much as it is social media. I think it's just people
Yeah.
just, hey, look at Trump. He can't even walk down a ramp. it's-
Haha, 4 eyes. you
Like
know.
yeah, like some kid could start that tweet and then it just
Right.
fucking goes from there.
I think it just became viral just because it's easy. It's an easy jab. That's all
Right.
it is. And that's probably here today, gone tomorrow kind of shit. Like,
Yeah. We should stand against that. I mean, I ultimately I agree that it's like something that shouldn't be a thing, but I don't know if there's any solution.
what do you mean?
Like, I don't think you can prevent that from happening, from people making fun of
Well, yeah.
physical impairments or...
Yeah.
Because part of the vetting process of a president, of a candidate, is making sure they're healthy enough to serve. So, like, you can take that and just run with it. Like, there is a level of legitimacy with that, but people can obviously get crazy with it. And, like, how do you mediate that? You know?
By the way, can you check on the restream thing if it's still...
Yeah, I haven't gotten an update yet.
That's in their Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's true. We can. I just think that most people would feel comfortable with somebody like younger and fitter. I think that's all it is, though.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, Cindy, but I think the problem is, like, when it comes to politics, especially when you have someone like Trump, they don't care about that. Like, they just want him out. And whatever they can do or say to get him the fuck out, they will. And that includes making fun of him. Just like they made fun of Hillary for whatever she was going through when she was running against Trump.
Well, and they're still making fun of Biden too. Like,
Right. Yeah, of course. And with Biden, in some ways, it's easier.
Right.
Because, like, he has a lot of gaffes. Biden is like a gaffe machine.
Mhm.
Some of it is legit, and some of it is doctored. It's, like, edited so that it makes it appear way worse than it is.
Right.
And Trump uses that. So, like, what are you going to do? It's part of it, you know?
I don't know if I'd call it completely ineffective because I feel like it is effective, but I think it is. I would argue that it's completely like there's better ways. There's much better ways to do it,
Yeah.
but I think with the average person, it works because it's the whole like sticks and stones shit. Like,
Well, it's...
oh, crazy, Joe Biden's like senile. It's like, yeah, but Trump wears diapers. Like,
right.
it's like
the problem is politics is emotional.
right. Like that's
So
what I'm getting
if you
at.
can go, ha, look at this flaw, and it makes people giggle and go, ha, you're right. That unfortunately
It's a win.
It unfortunately
It's
is
a
effective.
win for them. Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I agree, it shouldn't be. But
I
like,
agree, yeah.
People are dumb. Let's put it that way. People are stupid.
I don't think it's been effective in changing his actions, but my point is that it's effective for persuading vote. Like, it's not effective for Trump or for Biden. It's
Right.
effective for the people.
It reinforces your political beliefs,
Right.
and it makes you more adamant to try to persuade others.
Right.
You know?
And if you can't beat them, like if you can't persuade them to join you, then it becomes fuck them, and it's like, you know, what's the word that I'm thinking of? The phrase. It's like everything.
can't beat
All
them,
is
join
fair.
them?
All is fair.
all
kind
is
of
fair
thing.
in love and war.
Sort of. Because then it's like, whatever, dude. If you're not on our team, fuck you and fuck your candidate and fuck this and fuck that. And it's like,
Right.
but I'm with you because it's like, that's no way to win people over. All you're doing is making enemies. You know,
Right.
you're not winning hearts and minds with that kind of shit.
Right.
So, and then especially when it comes to Trump, when he's going to be like, oh, this is what people think of me? Fuck them. Like,
Yeah.
so, or not even Trump, but like whoever's in office. It doesn't help. I agree 1,000%. Like, it shouldn't be a thing. It doesn't.
It's
doesn't
definitely
do
a
much.
new thing, though. Like, it's a recent thing.
Well, it's because of social media.
Right.
Like-
Because, like, I didn't remember that at all under Bush, and I didn't remember that at all under Obama.
Well, I think the reason is because you couldn't hashtag it. Like,
Right.
I mean, you could under Obama, but
Sort of. It was growing,
it was growing.
but it's peaking now. Social media is, Twitter is the social media for politics, and it's firmly established as that now.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, people talk politics on Facebook too. But yeah, you're right. Like, social media has definitely played a role.
Yeah, I think it's done a big. It's ramped everything up. It's
Yeah.
put the foot on the pedal
Yeah,
for everything.
yeah. I agree, Salon. Politics is a bloodbath.
Yeah. It's not. It only gets worse as it gets closer to the election day. Like, that's the thing, is it's gonna start with like, yo, he's in adult diapers. By the end of it, it's gonna be like talking about even worse shit. It's like whatever. Like, it's gonna be no hope. They're gonna be like talking about his wife and whatever. It's like she doesn't even have anything to do with it. Like, her his kids.
Right.
It's ugly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not like we should be talking more about
Policies.
policy.
Yeah. It shouldn't be personal at all.
Right.
But I do agree that among all of the candidates make it personal on some level. They usually kind of like they do like jujitsu or some shit. They'll like weave around it and then like hit you with like something personal and take a jab. But with Trump, he just fucking like comes out the gate swinging
Right.
with personal insults.
Yeah.
Unlike any other president before him.
Yeah. Trump has pushed the envelope on that tenfold.
And unfortunately, I feel like he set a precedent because now if it's like, oh, we're cool with this, the next guy could easily come along swinging. I'm not saying the next guy is
Yeah,
Biden,
I
but
don't
like
know.
a future candidate.
I
But maybe people are like, all right, we had that, we're never again. So
I think that might be the more likely scenario because
Hopefully.
especially for conservatives,
yeah,
especially for people that want to preserve their values.
hmm
It's like
That to
that's
me
why
is-
that's why I look at Trump. I'm like, dude, that's a very non-conservative, person you've elected
Right.
there.
yeah.
It's like
Dude's like banging porn stars, real conservative. Like
those Christian values really coming
Right.
through. Like that's why it's such a weird. We're in such a weird time, and Trump is such a fucking anomaly
mhm.
that like I don't know if it's gonna be repeated, and if it does, then clearly we didn't learn anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm still curious to see how it all pans out.
The problem is the more the dialogue becomes about like personal stuff and can you walk down a ramp and
Yeah.
does he wear adult diapers, the less it becomes about actual substantive shit that affects us as citizens.
Right.
That's the dangerous side of it. So Trump, by sort of pushing the envelope on that and exacerbating that, that's just bad for society. Because now we're not talking about what is he going to do for the next 4 years. What's Biden going to do for the next 4 years? It's more about, well, hey, Biden can drink a glass of water with one hand, and Trump can't. It's like,
What? Is that a real thing? Or
yeah,
Really?
yeah. There's like 2 or 3, like Trump has had cups of water at his past few briefings, and every time he like starts with one and then he brings another hand and like helps drink it, and people are like, what's going on there? But what's funny is he used to make fun of John McCain
Yeah.
for his physical
Dude, I
debilitation
think
from being
even-
a prisoner of war.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, Trump, you're like a draft dodger, and
Yeah.
you can't even lift a glass of water. It's like, you probably deserve to be made fun of for that, because you were a fucking dick to another guy who was like a war veteran.
Yeah. But I agree, Cindy, that stooping to the level doesn't help. I mean, that's why I don't tweet about the president or whatever. Like,
Yeah, the problem though, I agree with you, Cindy. Like you're making good points, but I think in reality, as the president, Donald Trump has set the tone.
he's basically made it permissible.
Right. He's
do
basically let he's at the top of the hierarchy of power. So like he sets the tone of how things play out with his rhetoric. And he basically let the country know that it's okay to stoop down to this level. So like everyone on that side is going to stoop down to that level. And in order to fight that, it's hard to combat that without stooping to that level. Like I agree we shouldn't, but like he almost like he brings it on himself with the whole John McCain thing. And now with his water thing. It's like he was talking shit about John McCain for years, not being able to like, lift his arms or whatever it was. And now he can't even. Now Trump, the guy he was talking shit, can't drink a glass of water without using two arms. Obviously, people are going to target that because Trump set that precedent when he was making fun of John McCain. Like, how are you gonna avoid that? It's basically calling Trump on his hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. Is what it comes down to. Is calling him out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean when he like brings it on himself. Is like he does egregious things. So like to other people. So then when it happens to him, people go, "It doesn't feel that good, does it, Trump?" Yeah, I mean you can, but I just don't think that's how people, especially on social media, operate.
Yeah, and you also got to remember a lot of people. I mean, obviously there's a fuckload of adults tweeting, but I would say a big portion of Twitter is like young people.
Twitter's a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
So is every social media platform. I mean, they're obviously different to some degree, but like they're all dumpster fires in their own right. And because politics happens on Twitter, it's a bit more of a dumpster fire in the political realm.
Yeah. True Q. Yeah, they're definitely dumpster fires.
Who are you talking about, Salon? Trump? Trump was a Democrat?
I'm pretty sure he used to be like super liberal as fuck.
Well, yeah, I know he used to like party with the Clintons.
Well, I mean, I'm not even talking party. Like he used to be like.
Was he a registered Democrat?
Probably. I don't know for sure.
That would make him an official Democrat.
It would totally.
But when he ran as a reform.
Or it would
party.
not surprise me. I mean.
Yeah, but he didn't run as a Democrat. Ever.
He did not run as a Democrat. No. But I believe he had like Democratic feelings about like abortion and whatnot, and then he became, started going all conservative. Like, I think he's flip flopped on a number of fucking issues, gun control,
yeah,
things like that.
That's honestly why I think something personal happened.
It's so
because I feel like he was just like pretty much left, Democrat leaning, whatever, and then like he was trying to suckle up to the power, Clinton's at the time, whatever. And something happened, and he was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to run against you. I'm going to show you. You guys didn't let me in your little club.
Maybe.
I'm going to show you that I don't need you.
Maybe.
Like, I feel like this whole thing is like a vendetta.
Maybe, but I feel like if that was the case, why not run as a Democrat and be like, I'm going to beat you at your own fucking game?
Because I think he's smart enough to know that, like, he's going up against too big of a power structure.
Could be.
Like, if you're gonna fight someone, you'd rather fight them on the other team. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you instantly have way more people behind you.
Right.
You only have to, because then if he beat them in the Democratic nominee, but then he lost to like,
exactly.
I don't know, fucking
then it's
Gingrich.
like, well, what was the point of that? Oh,
Yeah.
he just sacrificed himself. All right, cool. At least that's over.
Yeah.
Fucking Gingrich presidency.
You talk about hypocrisy there with conservative values. He was fucking cheating on his wife while she had cancer and shit,
Yeah,
like
I
on her
remember
deathbed. Disgusting, man.
Yeah. He gave millions to the Clintons. I believe it.
Yeah. I think somebody like Trump has probably given millions to like so many people that it's like it's on both sides.
Yeah.
Like he's not like a hard Koch brothers investor or some shit like that where you're like, oh, he's one of these like hardcore Republican dudes. He's definitely played the fence.
Oh yeah. I
For a
mean, when
while.
you have as much money as Trump does, you can afford to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can afford to bankrupt like 10 companies and still have enough money left over to run for president.
Fucking Mike Bloomberg, dude.
Dude.
Talk about using your money to get in. Who's the other guy? Fucking
Tom Steyer?
Steyer. That was.
Yeah.
I kept
That
thinking
just
Ross
show-
Perot just because I
That
read
just
that
shows
article.
you that
recently.
it's not all about money. There's
It's
the
not
whole-
all about money, but money fucking helps.
Of course, but like it's not the whole thing. People, I mean,
Right.
you could assume that if you have enough money, you'll become president. That's not true.
True.
Bloomberg literally, he poured ungodly amounts of money into the election, into the primary, and he didn't get very far with it.
Yeah.
People were like, "Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're joining late.
That-
No one really likes you. You've got a questionable past.
Yeah.
No one really knows what you stand for. Like, dude, just go, get out of here, man."
That's what bothers me is it's like, dude, I'll take it. Like, give that money to me, dude. I'll spend that shit more wisely. He just
Yeah.
ran into this kind of like, well, let's see what happens. Let's flip a coin.
Yeah, he
It's
was like,
dude,
let's see how
fuck all
far I
that.
go.
Have you seen Trading Spaces with Eddie Murphy?
I haven't.
Oh,
Is it
dude,
good?
It's really good. It's a classic.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That one's good. You like it. It's got stocks in it.
Mm.
But the whole premise is like they fuck with a guy. They like fuck with these people for sport, and it's all just over like let's see what happens, and it's like ruining lives kind of shit. I wouldn't say
Sounds
it's
like
like
politics.
yeah, I wouldn't say that Bloomberg's ruining lives, but it's kind of just the same
No.
frivolous, like, oh, you know, hey, we'll see what happens.
mean, I'm-
just throw in the $10 billion or whatever,
Right.
$10 million. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
fuck all of that.
I mean, Elizabeth Warren pretty much sunk him in that debate. I don't think that necessarily was what destroyed him, but I think it pretty much like pushed him over the edge. Like, if not for that, something else would have destroyed him. But that
What was that?
she called him out about like sexism or something like that. I forgot what it was. Something about like harassment at like his company. There was like some allegations or something. I think I'm trying to remember. It
So I
was
remember the
something like
wine
that.
cave thing, but that was Buttigieg.
That was Buttigieg, and that wasn't even that. That was
It
just
wa-
like a funny
Yeah.
thing to say.
It was a catchphrase.
Yeah, this was like opening statements at a debate. Like Warren speaks first and like sinks his battleship.
Oh my god.
And it's like holy shit. And then like no one really paid attention to the rest of the debate because they were like, oh my god. It's probably worth watching to just revisit, but
That's funny.
yeah,
Dude, if only they gave Yang the time.
dude,
16 seconds, dude.
total. That's like all he had in all the debates combined, 16 seconds,
Well, he had more than that, but
barely.
there was definitely one debate that he only had 16 seconds. See, the dogs are finally chilled.
Yeah.
Do you want uno mas?
If you do one,
Which do you want, bro? Pick your poison. Are you joining Salon with the Dos Equis?
dude,
Or
you pick. I'm impartial. I'll do either.
I'm trying to remember which one I took last time we had this dilemma.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I took the dose because I was eating and I was like, this will probably go better with the food. I'm not this time, so
Done.
done deal. All right, Salam. Take care, man. Good
Salam's
chatting.
out?
Yeah. He said
Thanks for joining us, Salon.
he said thanks for the dose. I
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
man.
get up and go to work. Have a good night.
Have a good one, man. Hope to see you again. Next time we'll get the bot working right.
Yeah, next time chat will be working better. Cindy says good night too.
What's that?
Said Cindy says good night too.
Oh, to Salon? Or is she
Over on YouTube land.
Oh, okay.
I gotta be the relay bot for now.
Dude, I might empty that recycling, but I just took it out before, like while I was cooking my pizza, and there's already like 4 boxes in there.
Damn.
So it's like, I should probably just empty it back out. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, man. Let me finish this one.
Yeah. It's definitely weird switching.
Yeah.
Switching beers is like a weird thing.
Especially when you go from an IPA
Mhm.
to a lighter beer.
Yeah. Like I'm expecting something thicker and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Cheers, Cindy.
Cheers to you. Oh man. Are you drinking as well, Cindy? Or are you just cheersing to cheers?
Choosing in spirit.
Yeah. Summer of Dose.
Hey, nice, Cindy. Glad we're not the only ones drinking tonight.
Yeah, there we go.
It is hump day.
As
so-
long as we all drink together, then
Then it
none of
counts.
us have a problem.
Exactly.
Like,
It's only a problem when you drink alone.
exactly. But if we're all drinking alone together, you're not alone.
Not a problem. Where is this?
Nice.
Alright,
Yeah, hell yeah, social drinking. That's mostly how I drink anyway. Like, I think there's only like a handful of times where I've ever like just drank by myself. I know one time I was freaking the fuck out over something with work and I just started drinking the night away. I like deleted, they were starting like the job that I used to work for was very political. It was like a lobbyist organization. I personally did not agree with them, but they paid well. So they were starting like a campaign website to basically advocate like bombing Iran. And we just got everything done after like 2 months worth of work, and I was like on the server and I accidentally deleted like the whole fucking thing, and I was like like there's no backup, like what the fuck, and I couldn't find anything, and I was like, oh my god, months worth of work just went down the drain.
Yeah, I would have started drinking.
I was like, I was panicking so fucking hard, and thankfully we were able to find somebody at like Rackspace that was like, oh, we have like,
It sounds like ultimately though that would have had a positive outcome based on the thing that you were trying to build for them.
that was not the same site though. It's a
Okay.
completely different thing. It was a
Okay,
better
okay.
thing than that, because
Okay,
that one was shit. Yeah,
Okay.
that was like, look at this part.
I was gonna say like at least you maybe like prevented a bombing. On
Yeah.
the
Oh,
country.
maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I only prevented it for like 4 hours.
You just delayed it.
Because this happened, they were launching this shit. Because normally, they shut down by 6, and this one they were like, round the clock for like 2 to 3 weeks. It was just like hours and hours and hours of work, and then they were finally like, all right, we're ready, push it live. I don't care if it's 1 a.m, we're doing it.
Bill O'Reilly style.
You're right, do it live. And I fucking deleted the whole goddamn thing.
you
by
hit
mistake.
the delete button instead of like enter.
It was something similar to that, because I was like, I was clicking on stuff because we have a live
man.
instance and a test thing.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, whatever. And then I was like, oh, fuck. And then I was like, well, I can, like, restore it. But I was like, where's the bundle? Like, I've got... I deleted those. Like, are they in emails? Do we have anything? Nope, nothing. So Rackspace saved us at the end of the day. But I just drank the night away. I was like, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You always get on Twitch when you drink? That's a good way to do it. Half the people that we encounter are like, drink with us.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think a lot of people see the Kraken bottle in there. They're like,
like, I know how these guys roll.
They're like, let's see if we can get them to open it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I don't know. It's 10:30, but I would argue I don't think I'm gonna be cracking that open tonight. Cracking open the Kraken.
Yeah.
Not tonight, man. Not like this.
I wasn't expecting to drink a second beer, but here we are.
Yeah. Dude, you're still drinking your first
I
beer.
know.
You haven't
That's
gotten
what I'm
there
saying.
yet.
I'm still in disbelief, dude.
Yeah. Once you pop, you can't stop, dude. I wonder if the bot's working yet.
I turned it back on,
Oh.
so we'll see, but they haven't updated anything.
Did we have somebody else on YouTube for like a short while?
I don't think so. Not today.
Oh, I thought you were responding to somebody else at one point.
Was I?
I thought so, but I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh man, what a crazy year.
Mm-hmm. We're getting there.
It felt like we entered like some weird wormhole as soon as like 2020 came about. Like fucking New Year's Eve, we just like went through a wormhole, and here we are now. It's like,
I mean, you have your good years
Crazy
and your
shit.
bad years.
yeah, but like a
I'm
bad
sure-
year usually like one or two bad things happen. Not like every month something catastrophic happens, you know? Like,
Maybe.
this is like a uniquely bad year, it seems.
It's definitely a milestone bad year. Like, I don't know how it rates compared to like the Great Depression or some shit like that, but I'd say it's relatively up there.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's on the scoreboard.
the Great Depression is like one big, huge bad event. And
But,
we could have been there potentially with the way the economy's going. And who knows what's going to happen the rest of the year, because coronavirus is coming back
Right.
stronger than before.
When the bubble bursts, who knows?
Right. So, but based on how the market bounced back, I just feel like it's impenetrable at this point. Like, they'll just pump trillions of more dollars into it, and that keeps it afloat. Basically, it'll keep rich people rich. The end result. Like, layoffs are still going to happen. Companies are still going to shut down and go bankrupt. But if you're doing well, you'll keep doing well, and that's not a good thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I still don't have a mask, but if I had one, I would wear it. I need to get one. But that, to me, that falls
Yeah,
on
you
me.
probably should.
That falls on me being lazy. But it's for people that just think like,
You
like whatever, like
you can use mine if you want. I've used it.
Sure.
I've used it like once, but I have the bandana that I use,
Mhm.
so I can use that if you want to use the mask.
I mean, I could use the bandana as well, like whatever. I probably should be doing something though. I just figure I'll keep my distance.
I mean, I
like-
feel anxious if I leave the house and I forget it. Like, I feel nervous. I'm like, fuck. So,
It depends.
which
I
is
only
a
feel
good-
that way when I go to the grocery store. Because when I go,
Right.
If I do drive-through, I'm like in my car.
Right, if you're doing drive-through, usually the cashier is already wearing something and they've got gloves and all that.
Dude, at fucking Popeyes, nothing.
Really?
I'm
not surprised.
I'm not going back there.
Not surprised.
I'm not going back there, dude.
Not surprised.
I'm like, what the fuck? How?
Yeah.
Like, I'd expect that at Old Milton, but...
Oh, at the other one?
Yeah, but at the other one, the good one, nothing, dude. I was blown away. I was like, nobody in there. I looked in the window. Nobody in there is wearing shit. Not even gloves.
That's not good.
And I'm like, fuck this. You can't do
It's
that.
not good.
So... Yeah, both is definitely better.
Yeah. I mean, we spend most of our time at home, so we're doing.
Mhm.
I think we're doing well in the distance department.
We pretty much only go to the grocery store every
It's-
2 weeks.
It's the
2
grocery
to 3
store,
weeks.
yeah.
That's the big one.
And I guess some drive-throughs now.
Yeah, but that's... Usually I only go to the drive-thru when I go to the grocery store, because I do it all in one day.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, it only takes one person to infect you.
Well,
Like,
true.
It doesn't... And if that happens to be the person on the drive-thru, it doesn't matter how many times, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
And think about it, like, the person at the drive-thru working it, they think of
They
how many...
interact with a lot of people. No, I
Exactly.
get it.
Yeah, masks are more important than... To me, gloves are weird because...
To
I
me,
don't know.
the gloves are like, it's like your hands anyway.
Yeah, I guess if you put your gloves on right before going in the grocery store, do everything there, and then you take them off immediately after, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's better than nothing. But I feel like a lot of people like keep their gloves on, and then they forget they have gloves on. They like do this or touch their face or something, and it kind of defeats the purpose. But
Yeah, I just brought up gloves because gloves is kind of like a food standard.
yeah,
Even prior
if you're
to
handling
COVID.
food, please put fucking gloves on.
Right. So the fact that you're not wearing a mask and you're not wearing gloves is like, what
That's
are you doing?
double crazy, dude.
Yeah.
They weren't wearing gloves at Popeyes, dude.
So that's
Like
why I'm like,
the cooks.
no, everybody. Well, granted, I couldn't see
Like
like
the- behind
around
the
the,
kitchen.
corner, but everybody in the front, like the cashiers, the drive-through, the manager, like whatever,
no.
nothing.
They
I
shit
saw
on.
like 4 people. None of them had shit on.
It's like mandatory at Panera when I used to work there. Like always have gloves
Yeah,
on, and that was
same.
before COVID.
Same at Boston Market. When I worked there, the cashier, you didn't need to have gloves, but I would wear them at drive-through. I would always wear gloves.
That's good.
So, but yeah, it's just ridiculous that people kind of help remind you not to touch. I mean, kind of, but
I feel like the mask does the same. At least it should.
my mom said she saw somebody wearing a sleeping mask, like for your eyes.
On their face.
They like turned it upside down and had it over their mouth.
That works.
Like, hey,
That's
whatever.
better than not having
It's
it.
better than nothing. Yeah, I agree.
Do your parents wear masks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my mom started with like the shittiest mask ever. It was literally like paper towel,
That's fine.
but it was something.
Something.
I think she's got like a proper mask now. She hates it though. She fucking hates it, but she's like, I need to wear it.
Yeah.
Because it fogs her glasses up and she can't see. So
She needs windshield wipers.
yeah. But my dad, he wears a handkerchief and then he's like insulated it with paper towel underneath as like a filter. So I'm like, hey, I mean, it's
It
better
works.
than nothing.
Right.
They're doing better than I am. So,
Yeah.
and they're way more at risk than I am.
Right.
So, I'm glad they're doing something. And I remember when I first talked to them during the COVID like uprising, they were very like, whatever, it won't matter. Like, I have a
think-
paper towel thing.
Do you think Trump had any effect on that?
on them downplaying it?
Yeah. Or
Probably.
them delaying getting masks?
I don't think they delayed getting masks, but I think they were very much like, like they were going out about doing everything they normally do. They were like very pissed off that like our church had to close down, shit
Right.
like that. So it's like they were very upset about it.
Right, but I
But I-
guess
I
my
do
question
think-
is, because Trump refuses to wear a fucking mask anywhere he goes.
I don't think it's that. I think it's they believe. For me, it would be more so that they believe that he was handling it in the appropriate way. Like they think he's doing a good job, so therefore
Yeah, but
It's
like
fine.
that aside, even if Trump bullshits, which he does all the time about it, we're doing great. Numbers are going down.
Right.
Cases will soon be down to 0. But he's wearing a mask when he goes places.
Right.
Don't you think that would like influence their decision? Like because they are Trump supporters.
Probably.
technically, like seeing him wear one, wouldn't you think that would like influence like
Probably.
hey, maybe dude if he's doing it, maybe
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Probably. Like I don't know. It's hard to say, but I don't think that I think they didn't see it as a big deal. They were like, oh, it's just a flu, and then like.
right.
Even though Trump still refuses to wear a mask, they are more insistent. Like,
Right.
you know, I've told them twice now because we've talked about it twice, and they're like, I was like, yeah, I need to get a mask, and they're like, get one already. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I know, like I'm lazy, I procrastinate, like,
Yeah.
but so I'm glad that they're taking it way more seriously than they were at the beginning. So, yeah, and Pence deliberately choosing not to wear a mask is definitely.
Right.
Is definitely
Yeah,
that's crazy to
both
me.
of
He
them.
went to the fucking plant where they like make the masks,
Right.
and he's not. He's the only person not wearing one.
Right.
Like what the fuck? To me, it's
Was
like
that Pence?
yeah,
Or Trump?
That was Pence, or at least the one at the plant. Because Trump also went to some kind of plant
Yeah.
where they had like a thing with buttons, and he was like pushing the
There,
buttons.
no, there was a sign. At one of the things Trump visited, there was a sign that said,
like
you
everybody
have to wear a mask beyond this point.
Mm.
And they just let him go without a mask.
Oh yeah, he's the president, dude.
Yeah. It's like, fuck sending a message to save...
Right.
Like, people... You realize people are literally going to die because he's choosing
Mhm.
not to wear a mask. That's how fucking narcissistic this guy is.
Yeah.
People are going to drop dead in 2 to 4 weeks because he decided not to wear a mask.
Right. He doesn't think that like, oh, people just look up to me because I'm like. He knows that people look up to him because he's the president, but at the same time, he's like,
I just don't think he gives a fuck
Right.
about people. I
Yeah.
really don't think he gives a shit about people.
no, I don't think he does either, dude. He's Trump.
Because why would he wear a mask that's going to make him look weak? That's how he views it.
Right, but it doesn't make him look weak. It makes him look
Well,
smart.
It doesn't. But in his mind, he's submitting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everything is a fucking.
That's the
political
one
game.
thing that's crazy to me is if he fucking wore a mask, just the act of wearing a mask alone, I feel like that would. It would speak volumes. It would be like, all right, at least he's doing something to sort of take his. But it's just a complete disregard for everything.
He's making people sign a waiver that go to his rallies.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, he's making people sign a COVID waiver.
Like, you may.
I don't know. Like, I haven't read it or seen it, but I assume it's something like if you die of COVID attending this rally, it's not on us.
Oh my god. Yeah, but I heard he's like starting his rallies up again because the protests have been going on. So he's like, oh well, if they're
Of course.
protesting, we can rally.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he do that?
Mhm.
Anyone who's surprised by that hasn't been watching Trump for
Right,
very long.
right,
Like,
right. It's just funny to me that he. Yeah, well, that's true. That is the other thing too. Like I'm definitely way more worried. I'm less worried about myself, and I am more worried about other people that I affect. Because if I do catch it,
Yeah,
And
you
then
might
I'm
not
walking
even know
around.
if you have it. You might have it in your system for a month, and it just
I
comes
could
and
have
goes.
got it already,
Right.
and it's gone.
Right, but
who
like
knows?
if you infect someone else
Mhm.
and they're old as fuck and they die, like
Right.
that's an unfortunate thing.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree, Cindy. Because yeah, I think with Trump holding his rallies, dude, it's like it's crazy how much he loves doing that shit. That's like all he does. He just constantly wants to do rallies.
Right.
He'd rather do that than be president. I think.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah.
Is being loved and adored by thousands of people.
Yeah. It's still crazy to me that he was like fucking in like WWE and shit. Like talk about playing to the crowd. Like
Yeah.
he like body slammed Stone Cold Steve Austin
Yeah.
or something. Like what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, that's the thing is like Trump, he just wants to be loved.
I mean, you're definitely not wrong. He legitimately wants people to like him. Like
Right.
that's his biggest thing. And if you don't like him,
But
then fuck you.
but he sucks at it.
Because you remember when he went to what was it like? the G20 summit or something, and like the other world leaders were like talking shit about him.
Yeah.
They were like making fun of him and giggling and laughing at him, and they had like hot mics on, and then he like fucked them all.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like, dude.
He like shoved one of the dudes out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Was that at the G20 thing?
It was like it was like a photo op where they're all on the
Yeah.
thing, right? And he was like,
He was like walking through and he just like fucking rips this guy out of the way, and he like adjusts his. He's like he does one of these things. Yeah, he's got personality.
It's just
defects.
ridiculous how much you fucking drives me crazy.
Yeah, but that's just the big problem. We elected a man that has like psychological issues, and those psychological issues, personality defects, are like affecting global society. Like we seriously need to reconsider the situation going forward. Like, you know, like if you eat something that gives you food poisoning, you should probably like learn from that situation by like not eating from that place again.
Right.
Or, you know, just avoiding food altogether for a while. Like, we need to learn from this situation that we're in.
Does she have something?
Oh, yeah.
She does?
There's a bug right in front of her nose.
Oh, yeah.
Can't tell. Damn, Taylor.
Did she pick it up or did it?
Yeah, I think she's got it.
Alright.
Good job, Taylor.
Use the bathroom.
Beer number 2. How's that wine, Cindy? You still working on it? Good. Well, cheers to round 2 for me.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, dude. Nice. That's my mom's favorite store.
Aldi.
I've only been to Aldi like twice in my life. It's cool though. I liked it.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'll cheers some water. Cheers, Cindy.
My mom moved to another state, and the thing that she misses the most, not me, is Aldi.
I didn't even know they had Aldi's down here.
Oh yeah, they're not that common, but
Yeah.
they're around.
Like, I'm still surprised to see a Rite Aid and all that shit.
Yeah.
Up near me, those...
Well, Rite Aid was like on the verge of bankruptcy.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say up near me, Rite Aids were like... That'd be like seeing a Circuit City. I'd be like, whoa, like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? But...
Dude, I used to love Circuit City.
Really?
Yeah, or was there another one?
Radio Shack?
No.
There's Best Buy.
Media.
You're losing me.
Media. No, I think it was Circuit City.
It had like the red. Everything was red.
Yeah, but like you walk in and it's just like CDs and books and computer games and
It could have been Circuit City. I don't remember. It's been so long I don't remember going in one.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah, we have Zaxby's. That's why he moved
hell
here.
yeah. Hell yeah. Zaxby's is the shit. Fucking big Zax
That's why Mike moved to Georgia is
Yeah.
for Zaxby's.
Not for you, for
No,
Zaxby's.
the Zaxby's.
Nah.
It's good chicken. I don't blame you.
It's good. If you like MSG, fucking great.
2 hours away. Holy shit. Do you guys have Popeyes?
Oh man. Yeah, see, the thing is, I lived in Maryland originally, so not having Zaxby's, I like didn't know what I was missing. And then I came down here and I was like, oh man, this is amazing. It's cheap, it's good. Like, you get a lot of food.
Cheap fried chicken.
Yeah. It's cheaper than Popeyes, but Popeyes tastes way better.
I think I prefer Popeyes.
I would definitely prefer Popeyes.
But I do like the Zax sauce a lot. I am partial to
And
the
Zaxby's
sauce.
is like fast. Popeyes, they're generally kind of like
Right.
wishy-washy, depending on where you go. Every Zaxby's I go
Popeyes,
to,
they like make you earn it. They're like, how long are you willing to wait in
Yeah.
line for your food?
especially if you want the chicken sandwich thing, then
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, we're out.
Never had it, but
Yeah.
there, it's also a gamble. It's like, are you willing to
Get split.
get split on your fries?
Yeah, the
And it's
one,
like apparently the answer is yes. If you keep going back, like
the Popeyes closest to us is probably the worst like food establishment I've ever been to. The only thing they're missing is putting like garbage in your food. Like that's it.
and cocaine on your fries.
They put cocaine on the ground, dude. There's
That's what I'm saying, dude.
just cocaine all over the.
That's
fucking
why it
ground out
spills
there.
because
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know.
Oh, I see
is,
what you're saying.
it is good. It is good.
Dude,
food.
their building is on fire twice. Like, what are they doing in there?
Oh yeah, no, we don't have Raising Cane's. Is that another chicken place?
Oh, no, we don't have that.
Oh,
Where are
man.
you at,
If-
Cindy?
Dude, if we had a Popeyes in our backyard, like she does in their like parking lot, we would be like sick of it by now.
Oh, I didn't see the parking lot thing. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
We would
sick
we
of
would
it.
be so sick of it, but we'd probably still be going there.
Yeah, at least once a month. At least.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Do you guys have Nando's?
I feel like if they're in Cleveland, maybe, but
It's
outside.
a northern thing?
Oh no, I wouldn't say it's an Argentinian thing. I thought, or South
South
African
African.
thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like you'd have to have like a major city for you to get
Okay.
Nando's.
But we don't have it, and we're close to a major city.
Right, right. But I'm saying if the chances of like Dunwoody having it
Right.
versus Atlanta, it's like
Right.
it would come to Atlanta first.
Yeah.
What about Bahama Breeze? There's something I missed, dude. Back when
Yeah.
I had money to spend.
I wonder if any Bahama Breezes will survive.
I don't know, dude.
They were struggling before COVID.
I mean, Fuddruckers is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Like both of the Fuddruckers around here shut down.
Yeah.
Now the Wendy's shut down. They're struggling apparently. But I think that's just temporary. I feel like they don't have enough workers to keep it open.
Really?
That's what I think. It said they were temporarily closed when
Yeah.
we went there. But I think the reason why it probably shut down is not because... I mean, I could be wrong. I
The
don't
problem-
think it's because of business. I feel like it's probably because the workers like, fuck this. I don't want to work here. I don't want to like get COVID for Wendy's. Fuck that.
Maybe. But I feel like most places would suffer.
Oh,
from
stream
that.
is lagging? She said seems better
Okay, it's
now,
fine
but...
now. I feel like that wouldn't be a problem unique to Wendy's, though, you know?
Maybe.
It shouldn't be.
I mean, I guess, yeah, they wouldn't have to shut down. They could just hire.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe... Taco Bell's always hiring now.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is all the other restaurants in that area where the Wendy's is,
They're all thriving.
They're all still
Yeah,
open.
that's true.
And some of them don't seem as busy as that Wendy's.
That's true.
Maybe they're doing like upgrades or something. Like,
Maybe that'd be an interesting time to renovate. But yeah,
they're
maybe.
installing a fry splitter, dude.
They better fucking not. I'll never go back. Fry splitter 2000, like automated fry splitting.
Dude,
It's the worst.
it is.
But that is the one thing.
You know that's the future of fast food, right? Like,
Automation.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Like, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I feel like within the next 10 years, maybe that's a little, maybe 15 to 20 years. Like it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be rare to see a person at a fast food, specifically fast food place.
Yeah, I think it would be rare to see a fast food place. It would probably in Black Mirror there was something that I think could easily happen where they had like a droid that was like driving around and it delivered
like a
pizzas,
pizza,
but
yeah.
it like made pizzas
Right.
and then like you pick it up at the thing. It's
Right.
like a food stand.
Right, but I feel like drive-throughs aren't gonna disappear. They'll still be there. But I feel like it's gonna be just machines handling. Like there might be one person there to make sure everything's working, but I feel like if a machine's making your food, a machine's taking your order, and a machine is serving your food, you only need one person to make sure the machine is working.
True.
So then, like, I feel like that's coming soon. Like
Probably.
COVID is only
The
accelerating.
machine
that.
probably won't take your order. You'll do it yourself.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like the software
Oh,
will
yeah,
take it,
yeah.
like touchscreen, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've used software and machines. It's like all the same shit. Automation. It's all in there.
Yeah.
But cause yeah, there's literally we already have the technology to do that. It's just a matter of
Perfecting
when
it.
are companies gonna adopt it?
Mhm.
And I feel like COVID is making them go, well, fucking, why not now?
Right. Well, that's
Like-
the thing with the whole stuff we were talking about with Yang. It's like, I feel like this COVID stuff is like an experiment. It's like a fast track to what he was talking about. And,
We are experiencing 10 years of change in 10 weeks. That's
Right.
That's what he said.
yeah. That's a great way of putting it. Fuck, man.
People still want to use the self-service kiosk, so I think there's a portion of people who still... Yeah, I think so, Cindy, but I
Yeah.
think that's when it comes to... That's why I said fast food specifically. I think people care less about service at a fast food. Like, that's what you go to, like, a fine dining restaurant for. If you want, like, to be, like, wined and dined and everything be nice and someone to come by with a fucking wine bottle and, like, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah, you don't want a robot like...
Yeah, exactly. And, like, smashes it in your face. But, like,
pours it on the table.
for fast food specifically, I feel like that is going to be highly automated very soon. Especially because, like, most people grab fast food, like, on their lunch break.
If anything, it would be a hybrid. Like, you might still have human cashiers, but you'd probably have like AI chefs. Something
I
like
feel
that.
like cashiers would be, like, the first to go. Because that is easier than
Mhm.
the chef thing.
I guess that's true.
You know? We already have AI cashiers.
Because I
everywhere.
know with my sister-in-law, she works with Navy Federal, and like they
Is that
had the bank, and they had one bank that tried doing fully automated tellers, and people hated it. People hated it so fucking much. She said like even though it was better than dealing with humans, they got like terrible reviews because they're like I want to talk to a
when
person.
was that?
I want to say it was within the last like 2 to 3 years.
Oh,
So.
because when I go to the bank, I can do everything at the ATM.
Mhm.
Like I have zero reason to go in anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can literally, I think you can stack up to 30 bills and checks mixed, and just throw it in there, and then it counts them all and says, "Here's your total. Verify. Do you want us to print each check as well on your receipt? Yes, please."
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for me to go in anymore or talk to a person. I can do everything at the drive-through ATM. And the only reason I have to go there is because of cash. I deposit the cash. But like you can deposit a check through your phone.
Yeah, you can take a picture of your
Right.
phone.
So if you could somehow do cash, you wouldn't even need to go to the bank physically. For me.
Somehow do checks. Yeah.
Yeah. No, cash.
Somehow automate cash.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. But think about that. Like that's the whole transaction process taken care of.
Mhm.
So like you go to a fast food place, that's easy. We already can do that. Done.
Yeah.
A lot of places like McDonald's and I think Taco Bell, they have touchscreen things already. Like they're already using them. So the order taking process. So now it's just like the food prep. That's going to involve more robots and machines and whatnot. But like when you only have a menu of a certain number of items, that's not going to take long.
Right.
Like fucking, they already have burger flippers and like pizza makers and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a matter of investing in
You
it.
just have to have somebody like put it in a bag and give it to you.
Dude, maybe not even. Man.
Maybe not.
You can literally automate the entire process.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, if they can build a fucking car.
Exactly. That's literally what it would be, an assembly line for food.
Yeah.
Like, just picture like a conveyor belt and like at
Like
the end.
hamburgers, like.
Yeah, it's like already wrapped. It's on the belt, and at the end there's a bag, and it just goes bloops, and then it's like that goes down another conveyor belt, and then you like pick it up with your name on it. Done.
I wonder if.
That shit's coming soon.
Hmm.
It's coming soon. I'm telling you.
Well, I agree. Automation is already here.
Mm-hmm.
It's already here. Like that facial recognition shit that John Oliver was talking about. It's like when you hear about it, you go, "Oh yeah, that's like a thing." Like 10 years from now. No, dude, this shit's already fucking happening.
Oh, there's a YouTube feed that you can tune into. It's live. I think it's in Australia, and it's a camera at like a light, some sort of like, it's a 4-way traffic light, and it's basically doing AI recognition on all the objects in there, and you can watch what it's doing. Like when a car comes in and like stops at the red light, it knows that it's a car. It like registers, oh, vehicle approaching, oh, car, oh, this, and then like if someone's walking, oh, pedestrian, it draws a box around them. Like you can watch the AI figuring out everything that's going on the feed, and it's live. So it's really cool to see and kind of creepy too.
Yeah.
Because it's like detecting everything in the screen. You're
That
like,
is
holy
creepy.
shit. And it's printing the license, like you can see cars, it zooms in on their license plates.
Fucking CSI, dude.
Yeah,
Zoom in
dude.
and enhance. First drive-through window at McDonald's to pay, and there was no one there. So I went to the next window, and they just gave me my
That's
food
awesome.
for free. What?
I like that kind of automation.
Dude, that's great.
That's my favorite kind of automation right there.
Dude, that's fucking dope. If anything, I'd get to the second window, they'd be like, "Oh, could you please put it in reverse?" I'd be like, "There's somebody behind me." They're like, "We'll go around him."
Yeah.
Like, I'd never have that kind of luck.
Yeah, they treat you like shit here in fast food places.
Dude, we went to that Chick-fil-A and they're like, "Name, please." It's like we're the only one in the line.
Then we had to give our name to pick up our order in the drive-thru.
Yeah, we were literally, they just opened. We were the first people there, and they're like, "Name." And so we give a name, and then when we get to the window,
Didn't we say like drive-thru person or something? Did we actually say the name?
I don't know.
I thought we said like
Yeah, I think we were fucking with them. We were like, "Drive through," and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Okay, pull around." And then we get there, and they're like, "Name, please." And we're like, "Did you confuse us for the person that was not here in front of us?" Like,
name please, drive-through number 1. Like first customer.
First-
It was like 6 a.m. in the morning, so we were the first ones there.
and that's how we knew the trip to Florida was gonna be shit.
But see, an AI wouldn't be that dumb to ask for your name.
No, dude, it would already have it in the database.
Exactly. It'd be like up facial recognition,
Yeah. Mike, Emmanuel, here you go.
pulling up your identities.
Yeah.
Like, here's your favorite meal. We'll
Yeah.
make it for you. Thank you.
And I'm like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
It'd be the equivalent to like IT. They had like my old phone number in there for a long time, so they have like my old favorite meal. I'm like, no, stop, no,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Well,
And they just keep, here you go, you like it, you love it.
Think about this. I don't think it's gonna be something that like one day we wake up and holy shit, fast food is automated.
No, it's gonna be
We're
gradual.
in the process of it right now. Like
Yeah.
the
The
fact.
touchscreen and
No. Not even before that. The fact that you can order something on your phone right now and then go pick it up.
Right.
That's already a step towards it.
Right.
So like,
Well, the fact that it
can
reads
do
it
that-
back to when you're at the drive-thru and they have the screen there and it goes, "Is this your order?" And then it's like,
Right. Right.
like that's a step towards
Right.
it too.
But like literally the only thing missing from ordering from your phone and picking it up is like how they make it, and you don't even see that anyway. The only thing you see is like the person that hands it to you, and that is like it. So besides that, the process is automated as far as you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
It's true. If you order it that way, if you go
Right.
in person, then it's
right,
different.
right. But with the
But
touchscreen,
it
it's
won't-
not much different
Right.
because this is a touchscreen.
Right.
You go there and you use their touchscreen. It's like
Right. You're basically making an online order in person.
right. Exactly. Offline.
Right.
It's probably still online.
Yeah, dude. And they like share that shit with Google. So
Yeah.
Google
Oh,
knows, like,
yeah.
oh, you went to Zaxby's
Oh yeah,
today.
dude. You'll see ads for that in 3 days. Like, hey, you want some more Zaxby's?
Ty, you sniffing for ants?
You want some more Zaxby's? No,
Tally, don't torture her with that. Tally, you get too excited.
Yeah, I watched that a couple hours ago. The crying cop.
What?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Is it
video.
recent?
I think
Like-
so. Yeah, she started crying because it took the McDonald's 2 minutes for them to make her like a egg McMuffin or some shit.
Fuck.
Yeah.
She's crying.
Yeah, she like ordered it ahead, and then she went to the drive-thru to pick it up, and they're like, "Sorry, ma'am, we need a couple more minutes to make it."
Oh my God.
And she's a cop, and so she like pulled up and she started telling the story, and then like halfway through the story of her like terrible life where she has to wait 2 minutes for an egg McMuffin that she ordered online, she starts crying about how she can't trust the food now because it's like, because she's a cop, and she's like, please, like all that. She just went into a sob story about, think of us, kind of a thing. It's like, dude, what if like literally they just didn't make your food yet and they made it when you got there? What if that was the case?
Right.
It's like, but she started crying, dude.
Oh.
I hope that's the one you're talking about, Cindy. Because that was
That's
ridiculous.
Crazy, man. Dude, that's still. I mean, it could be that, or it could be like what happened to my brother, dude. I told you about that shit, right? You sorry. Did I tell you about that?
What was that?
So, back when I was in DC, like we went to a Chipotle. There's a Chipotle like 6 blocks from where we work, so we'd always fucking order. And they would always fuck up the orders. Always. You order online, they'd always fuck it up, whatever. Or they'd have like 2 people, but they won't have the 3rd guy, whatever. So,
Yeah, Cindy, if she recorded that like right after the event, I think you're right.
yeah.
Stressed and hangry, or like
Yeah.
sadgry, whatever.
But like, so we placed an order to go to Chipotle. We get there, we wait.
Oh, I do vaguely remember.
Me and
that.
Jose, we both got our orders, but my brother didn't get his. And we're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And he's like, you know what? Like, what the fuck? Like, every fucking time we come here. And he went off. He was like cussing at the dude. He's like, dude, what the fuck is with this shitty ass Chipotle? Every fucking time we come here, you fucks never fucking fuck. And he was going off.
So he's
going
causing a
crazy.
scene.
And then she was like, the manager comes over, is like, okay, well, do you have the receipt? And he's like, oh, I'm fucking getting it right now. And he was like pulling up his phone. He was like, he was making a huge scene.
And everyone was like, oh my god.
Yeah, everybody in line, like even the people like scooping were like, like holy shit. And he just made this massive scene. And then he's like, yeah, I'm looking at it. See, it's right here. Fucking burrito for Silver Spring shit. Like he ordered it for like his Chipotle
So
near his
like, while
house.
he was reading it, he realized he fucked up.
He realized he fucked up. He was like, "Oh fuck!" Like and then the manager goes, "You sorry?" And like me and Jose just die laughing because then he had to get in line and go all the way to the back of the line and like stand there huffing and puffing. And then when they got to him, he's like, "I'll take a bowl, please." And they're like,
I'm surprised he fucking
they're like, "Oh,
stayed
here
there,
you go,
dude.
sir. Here's your stuff."
I would have bounced. I would have not ever gone back.
It was top 10 like the funniest things that has ever happened.
Dude, if that was
so
recorded,
good.
if that was recorded.
I wish it was recorded. It's recorded in my brain. I remember
Dude.
everything. There were firefighters in line. Dude, I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
man.
like, dude, you're making such a scene.
Dude, if you had that Black Mirror, like, record.
Oh, dude, I would fucking put it up on the
That
wall
shit would have gone
somewhere.
viral, dude.
It would have.
That
I
shit
wish
would've
I
gone
was
viral.
recording. It was so funny. I feel bad for my brother, but at the same time, like, you know that I'm like super. I like never get heated,
Right.
and he's like
Yeah.
a match. He'll get lit. So it's definitely like, oh, it's so funny.
That is funny.
But I need to see this video now.
It's just pathetic. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, it's like, dude, you're crying over an Egg McMuffin. That's what you're doing right now. You're a cop. You're
Yeah.
crying over an Egg McMuffin.
Was it that she was crying because she was upset that it wasn't made, or was she crying because she's like, you're gonna poison me? Because when you said like, oh, I can't trust the food.
She started off telling the story about how
her life got flipped turned upside down.
The food that she ordered, which was the Egg McMuffin whatever breakfast sandwich from McDonald's, wasn't like ready when she got there. So she's literally just telling the story.
So she's like, I ordered it.
She's not crying. She's just recounting the situation.
I ordered it. Why isn't it ready?
She's like, I ordered it, and then I get there, and then I'm in the drive-thru, I'm waiting, and then they're like telling me it's not ready, and I'm like,
is she talking to her phone or talking to the workers?
She's telling the phone.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Talking to the phone.
Okay.
And then like halfway through telling the story, she like starts breaking down and crying, and then she turns it into, no, we can't trust it. Think of us cops.
Oh my god.
And like that's the direction she took that.
I agree. It's not a good look.
It's not.
It's not a good look.
It's not. I think she must have been super like starving, to the point where like, that's what when I'm super hungry, like my brain starts to just stop working.
I mean, she's probably like, I agree with Cindy. She's probably like overworked, overstressed. Like, that's just like her cracking under pressure.
I mean, honestly, if you're a cop today more than ever and you're not stressed, you're not paying attention to what's going on in the
But I think that at the same time though, like, I agree with whoever said it, whether it was you or Cindy. But it was Cindy. Like, just don't post the video. Just don't upload that. Just let that one delete or leave it on your phone. And
watch it through a couple of times and then decide if that's worthy of being uploaded. Exactly, dude. Yeah. Man, I wish we got some of that revenue from that ad you watched, Sydney. But Twitch doesn't work like that for us.
Hell no, dude.
But we're making Twitch money.
We are. That's the important part, dude. That's why we do it.
Yeah, the greater good.
Yeah, that's crazy. I need to see that now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know. What's your alt account? I can check. You still got beer in there? Damn.
Hell no, bro.
Dude, this thing's like full.
If you don't want to finish it, I could always down it.
I mean, if you want half.
I mean, I got a glass.
I mean, we are out.
If you're not, I mean, we are out. They are desperate times. Yeah. But if you're not gonna be able to finish it, dude.
I mean, I am. I'm just feeling generous.
Dude, whatever you want to, I will never turn it down. Except for when I'm fucking hammered, but even then I probably won't. Dude, do you remember when we were at that party, I was pouring water into my drink, like trying to get... Do you remember? I was like, yeah, dude, I'm mixing... And you're like, that's water. I'm like, nah, whatever, dude, just drink it all.
Was that at the Halloween party?
Yeah. At Scott's house. That was definitely like top 3 most drunk I've ever fucking been in my life.
Definitely.
It was definitely the closest I came to getting sick before I actually got sick.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's one thing that I'm very lucky with, because some people seem to get sick easy as fuck, like Joy and stuff. It's like, Jesus Christ. But for the most part, I'm able to hold my liquor pretty well.
Yeah.
That shit rocked.
But
me.
you also like...
Oh shit, are you serious, Cindy? Dude, it is Cindy. Wow. You were still right. Sydney and Cindy, dude.
Call me Sydney. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
Damn.
So you're not wrong, bro.
Dude, I saw the future. Sydney.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Dude.
But Cindy is a more common name, right?
I would think so. But Sydney's like world renowned because it's a city.
Right.
Dude,
That's
you know what's
funny.
weirder than drinking G13 and then drinking Dos Equis?
Mm.
Drinking G13, then drinking Dos Equis, then going back to G13.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
It's not bad. It's just weird. It's like I just got used to how light this was in comparison, and now it's like, oh, we're back
So
here
which
again.
G13 was better? The one before that one, or
I would say the first one.
The one before was better.
Yeah, just because it's like unfiltered. It's
Yeah.
like you're getting it straight.
Yeah.
And then this one's like, we're gonna slow it down. We're gonna take it. And then it's like, nah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
It's a change of pace. That's really funny, Cindy.
Or is it Sydney?
Or Sydney. Whichever. We can just say Luhum, because that's right either way.
If that's how you say it.
I would assume so. Unless it's Lauhum. But I'm pretty sure it's Lu.
Luhon? Luhan.
Ham.
Yeah.
WHOM?
Why not? I mean, it is whom. And then technically it is a word. I don't know.
Ham. It is the common denominator, you're right.
Math. It works out.
Oh shit.
I'm glad I'm not the only one to do that. Makes
Yeah.
me feel better. Thank you.
Oh shit, I just realized it's right next to the microphone. I'm sorry.
Sorry, dude. It's like chimes or whatever. Isn't that what those things are called?
Wind chimes?
Wind chimes.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, dude, we could start an ASMR channel. That's so funny.
I've heard that a couple times from a couple streams from upstairs.
What's
with,
that?
With the mic upstairs? People say like you should do ASMR with it.
Well, with the mic upstairs, dude, you literally have that mic like on your lips when you talk.
But that's how you're supposed to use that kind of a mic.
Right.
It's like up close like that.
Right, but that one I can understand
Yeah.
because it's literally like in your ear,
Yeah, but this-
in your mouth.
Well, with the glass at least, it does.
Yeah.
That was a pleasant sound. Yeah. It's like walking through the door like a barbershop.
Yeah,
Ding,
yeah.
ding, ding.
Oh, new customer. There they went. Like, have a nice day. Ching-a-ling-ling.
I wonder, do ASMR Twitches like?
Still exist.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
What do people look for in an ASMR Twitcher?
Female.
Boobs.
Female with boobs. And then, like, I don't know, whatever they're doing. If they're talking.
But
they're
if you're a
whispering.
girl, you don't look for that. If you're a girl, you probably look for like actually what it sounds like. I would
Maybe.
assume.
Well, yeah, if somebody's actually interested in the art of ASMR, I don't know what they're gonna look. Velcro, like I'm sure Velcro is a big hit. Like
Nah, I don't.
I have no idea.
We don't. As far as I know, I feel like I can safely speak for both of us. We don't.
Yeah, the
we don't
closest thing that I've ever experienced to ASMR that I still enjoy is it's a video on YouTube called The Virtual Haircut.
I know that. I've heard that. It's like 3D.
Yeah, it's like 3D sound.
Yeah.
And there's some guy talking, he's like, Luigi, play the guitar, or whatever. And the
Yeah,
guy's like,
that
oh,
thing-
do
that
whatever,
thing's cool.
Mario.
That thing's cool.
And he like cuts your hair and he puts a bag on your head, and it just feels weird. You need headphones, but it feels
Yeah.
very, very strange.
Are you supposed to close your eyes when you listen to that?
I think it helps.
That would make sense.
It
man.
helps.
Yeah.
But you still get the effect without it, because the thing at
Dude,
the very
if you
end.
get high and then do ASMR, I bet that's
God.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, but when he at the very end, when he whispers in your ear, you can like feel it in your ear, and I'm like, oh god, it's creepy.
Like his breath.
Almost. It's more different than like all ASMR shit. So it's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
But I think that was like the birthplace of ASMR with that,
Mm.
because it was all the same things. Like, oh, let me do scissors and
Yeah.
The bag, all that shit.
Going to the dentist?
What? You're crazy.
Because of ASMR? Ah.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I ever had ASMR tingles.
Nah.
Like the closest thing would be literally at the barbershop when they're like, using a shaver or
Yeah,
something, and then you
yeah.
get like goosebumps.
Yeah.
But that's physical as fuck. Like
Yeah.
from somebody talking.
Yeah.
I don't
The
think
neck
so.
is the neck is a sensitive area for that.
Well, yeah.
Um.
Dude, yeah. If you got high as fuck, and then you had one of those, what's that thing you used to have that was like, it was like a scalp massage.
Yeah. that
You
thing
get
is
one of
cool.
those, listen to ASMR and be
What
high
happened to
while
that
giving
thing?
yourself a scalp massage.
Yeah.
Dude, you'd be in like another planet. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I bet ASMR is pretty nuts when you're high, because
Oh man.
you just gotta get super into it. And you close your eyes, or yeah, it would make the most sense to close your eyes, because then you can like visualize what the sounds are doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool, yeah. You must have a gift, Cindy.
It's like synesthesia for ASMR.
It kinda is, yeah.
Audio physical instead of audio visual.
Yeah, what does it stand for? Audio, sensory, something.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. I think probably people who have less ADD or ADHD probably do better with it.
Better with,
Autonomous
what do you
sensory
mean?
meridian response. I never would have guessed that.
Wow.
Sensory maybe, but the rest, no clue.
What do you mean by they do better with it?
Well, you're just
Like
less,
you would feel
you're
it
more
more?
focused if you have less ADD. If you know what I mean, like.
Right. Oh, I
'Cause
see. So that they would have like a better experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, because somebody would be like, "Oh, tingle, tingle, squirrel," like
Exactly.
whatever. Like,
Oh shit, gotta go do this. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that.
Because part of me is intrigued by the idea of I don't know. It's almost like making music. It's almost like it,
ASMR?
yeah. As the producer of it.
I would argue it. It can be. I would
Right.
say that because
Right.
I would say most people that do ASMR, it's literally they're just like,
Right, but I feel like people. But let's break it down to what music. When you listen to music, you use it to, what do you listen to music for? To like travel to another place or like.
right, to visualize,
Change your emotional
imagine.
state.
Right, right.
And I feel like ASMR could do the same thing
It can.
if it's done right, like you said.
Right.
If it's done right.
Because yeah, I think for the most part, it's people just trying to like, I don't know.
Tapping and foil. Like I feel like I hear what you're saying, Cindy. The whispering I get. I get the whispering part, and the tapping too under certain circumstances. But I feel like
Yeah. Well, I don't think it can be overtly sexual here. Well, first off, let's finish your thought.
so like here's one example. Like have you guys seen Samsara? Have you seen Samsara, the
Yes.
movie?
Yeah, it's just like all visual.
Yeah, so like, I feel like ASMR is kind of like an audio version of Samsara, where it's like, it's literally it's like a motion picture, but it's an audio picture,
Mm-hmm.
and it just tells a story. So I feel like you can take ASMR and like recreate something like Samsara
Mm-hmm.
in an audio only way. Like with the tapping, you could like tap on like, like this is like the, something like the glass sounds better, but like you can recreate like this is Tibet. You know what I mean? Like, or like a wooden thing. It's like now we're in Africa kind of a thing. Like if you're good at it, I feel like you can recreate environments, and then you could probably talk along with it and like tell a story.
True, but I feel like that would be more of just an audio thing and not an ASMR thing. Because like for instance, like there's like a beatboxer dude who literally does exactly what you described. He beatboxes. It was called like a trip around the world or something, and he showcases like all these sounds that he can make with his throat that showcase like tons of different cultures.
Right.
But that's pure audio, whereas I think ASMR, it's like particularly quiet. Like it could still be done, but I don't think that's like the goal.
But I feel like there's not a huge difference. ASMR just seems to be like a very focused version of it.
I guess that's true.
Where it's like you're designing it for someone that's wearing headphones and they're in a room or something by themselves.
I guess you could argue that in theory it could. I would just argue for the most part it's meant more almost like a meditation thing.
Right.
It's more of like a soothing
I can see it being really good for that. There's a dude that I invited to our Discord, Bedhead Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
And I found him on Omegle. And he's a meditator. And he like did a guided meditation with me on Omegle, and it was cool as shit. He's really good at it.
Interesting.
And I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like we fucking talked for a long time. And then I gave him our Discord. I was like, hey, do you have Discord? Like let's keep in touch. And he was like, no, but like people have been telling me to get it. So he like installed it there then and there. So like we're the first server that he's joined.
Hell yeah, dude. Welcome to the kitchen table.
But his guided meditation was very ASMR-like because it was like I closed my eyes, I had like the headphones on, and then he would just like guide me through like, okay, just breathe, inhale, exhale, like all the stuff. And it was so relaxing. But like it helped that he had like a soothing voice and all that stuff.
He probably had the same microphone you do. Like,
it was close. It was a good mic. It was a good mic. He had a mic that was like attached to his headphones, but he had it close to his mouth.
Yeah.
So it was like, but it was, like that's the thing is like you can use, it's just a medium.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's you can do almost anything with it. I feel like
it can be an art form, but I would argue that for the most part it's not. It's just sound.
Right. But I mean, I don't follow any ASMR people. I don't know that industry at all.
That's true. There could be like a person that's like that's their thing.
Right.
There's
probably someone out there that's like fucking like the Bon Jovi of ASMR.
Yeah, seriously.
They're that good.
Their house is like full of bubble wrap. Like they're just like
yeah. They've just got random objects by their microphone. Yeah. Like, what's going on here?
So, I still remember my buddy Molly Kyle. He and I were both joking around.
By the way, you should watch Samsara, Cindy. It's really good.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's crazy. It's good.
If you like ASMR, you probably like it.
But yeah, I remember one day we were just fucking around. Like I forget what we were doing something online, where it was like a main room and everybody was like doing their shitty versions of ASMR. Like one guy had Scotch tape. He's like, all right, for my next piece, like I have the tape. And you just hear him like he's unrolling like a whole thing of Scotch tape. He's like, and we're like, holy shit, how much does he have? And he's like, thank you for your time. And then it's over. And so for mine, I had like a cup from like fast food, and I was just moving the straw in and out of the thing. So it's like all that shit.
That's a good one.
So I was like, I will perform System of a Down on my straws, and I just like wiggled it like crazy. I was like, thank you for your time. And then the guy with the tape got back on. He's like, I have more tape. It was just like, what the fuck? Like, it was so
what was
stupid.
that? Was that like on Discord or something?
No, there's this shitty game called Comedy Night. And it's all about, it's supposed to be like a game for stand-up comedy. But it's unfortunately become a game where people just stand up and like say the N-word. And then they're like, I got off. And I'm like, oh yeah, great, awesome. Like, it's really shitty.
So it's like a VR chat kind of a thing?
Almost, but it's specifically for stand-up. So you get up and you like tell a joke, and people can like boo you or clap you. And so it's just stupid because people use it to like do random things. Yeah. And it's just fucking retarded. But
it's on Netflix, I believe, Cindy.
Is it still?
I believe so.
It's good. It's weird when you think of watching a movie, but overall it's good.
It's
not the normal
It's a
movie
work of art.
experience.
It's a work of art.
Yeah.
And there's a prequel to it that I want to watch that I haven't yet. I forgot what it's called.
Dude,
though.
what's that one that you described that was like an acid trip? With the guy in like the cop car. Or whatever.
Oh, Waking Life. That one's good too.
I still need to see that.
I always recommend that along with Samsara.
That
They're
one's-
both like really.
That's why I bring it up.
Yeah.
Because that one's on my list.
Yeah, you should check that one out too, Cindy. This is movie suggestion night, apparently.
There we go.
Waking Life is like an animated movie that explores consciousness and like just I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's an animated movie that just it's kind of trippy, but like in a good way. It's not like a scary trippy thing. It's like it's different. Samsara is different too, but Samsara is not animated. Samsara is like real footage of like beautiful places around the world, but it's like a work of art, just the way it's all strung together. Trying to think of what the prequel to Samsara is called.
I don't know. I learned about Samsara through you, so I don't know. I didn't even know there was a prequel. Is it just called Sam?
No, it came out before Samsara. Fuck. I don't know. If I think of it, I'll let you know. I think it's on YouTube as well, for free.
The only movie I've watched on YouTube, and I actually watched it recently, was Kung Fury. But that's like it's like a stupid comedy movie. It's like comedy, 80s.
There's
it's
a
a parody.
Christopher Nolan's first movie is on YouTube.
Mm.
It's interesting. Alright, Cindy.
Alright.
We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Have a good night.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, it's fun talking to you.
What's that?
What is that?
It's a big bug on the screen. So much more chill without those other two.
Seriously.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
glad they got their energy out
Yeah, for
in
real.
a timely fashion.
They did. Well, it is getting late.
Yeah. It is Wednesday. But yeah, speaking of Wednesday, that Addams Family game is fucking hard, man.
I believe it.
But it's good because you're like fuck this, I'm gonna beat this
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Like, cause like the only way I've found to make progress in it is like there's like so you start in like the house, right?
Mhm.
The Addams Family house, and there's all these doors that you go into like go through different levels.
What kind of game is it? Like a point and click?
It's a side scroller.
Okay.
So
Platformer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, you start off with jack shit. Like you've got like 5 lives, no weapons, nothing. So like the only way I found to make progress is there's a secret door that you can't see, but like if you go in, you can go in it. Like you have to know it's there and then hit up to like go through. It's like an invisible door.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go through an invisible door and then collect like all these power-ups in all these different rooms before you can actually like even
Advance.
make progress in the game. Like that's how
Oh,
hard. Like
wow.
you have to basically cheat, or not cheat, but like do this exploit,
yeah.
to even stand a chance of like getting far.
Jesus.
Yeah. But like I don't know. It's just stupidly hard the way that it's set up.
Well, I plan on playing some more Children of Morta tonight.
How far did you get?
I haven't touched it.
You beat the first.
I beat the first boss, and I unlocked the son, Kevin.
Kevin, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. He's.
That's it.
I think he's my favorite melee guy.
Yeah, I don't like the shield.
Yeah. Well, that guy, the first guy is like he's slow. He feels slow.
My big thing for me, my play style is I like tanking stuff, but I also like glass cannon. Like I go in and I want to fuck shit up, and like if I die, that's on me.
Right.
But like I like doing more damage than I can take. And I feel like with the guy with the shield, it's like I'm sacrificing some sort of damage to have the shield. And I'm like, I'd rather just have the damage. Because I don't protect myself. I just go in like swinging.
Yeah, Kevin's cool because the longer you attack, the faster he attacks. So like you want to keep attacking with him. And
so far every mechanic has been very satisfying.
Yeah.
Like the way they do kill streaks and stuff, it's very cool. The way that it is very, very Diablo-esque.
Yeah.
And I like that the altars were not like unlocked. Like you unlock features of the level. Like the altars were not a thing until you see the grandma, and then she like activates them for you.
Oh, which altars? Like
They're
the obelisks?
The obelisks.
The things that give you like a temporary buff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Those are not a thing at first. You just walk by them and you're like, what is this?
Oh, you can't even activate
You can't use them. And then eventually she like activates them for you. And now it's like, oh shit. Now I'm going to kick their ass even harder.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. I didn't even notice that. Yeah. That is something great about that game. Is
so
like
there's a lot of
everything gets unlocked as you go.
There's progression and it's satisfying.
Even dying is satisfying in that game because then now you're like, oh, the story continues, and the guy that narrates it he should do every audiobook, dude.
Pretty much. Morgan Freeman's still,
Morgan Freeman's good, but like if this guy, I would fall asleep like in a peaceful way just listening.
It reminds me of the Stanley Parable. Did you ever play that?
Nah, I've heard of it.
It's really good. It's really.
Is that a story-driven game?
Yes and no. It's a game all about choice.
Okay.
And it's good because it fucks with you. It's a really interesting game. Basically, you play a character where your life is narrated. And I think they have the famous guy who does, like Planet Earth and shit. I forget his name.
The British guy?
Yeah.
David Attenborough or whatever?
I think he's the one who narrates it, I think.
I don't know if I could play that, dude. Not with him in it.
Oh,
He's so British sounding.
He is
He's
pretty
very British sounding, dude.
But he's like Stanley would, he's like Stanley would, because you start out and it's like a cutscene and it talks about the life of Stanley or whatever, and then it's like, okay, Stanley got up from his desk and went into the next room. So then it's like, all right, well I'm gonna get up from my desk, and so like everything you're doing is narrated, and then it gets to a point where finally at one point there's like a left and a right hallway, and it's like Stanley went down the hallway on his right, and then it's like, well, what's on the left side?
So it narrates it first.
It narrates,
and then it says, "All right, what are you gonna do?"
You can resist, but even if you resist, then it's like, well, he was going down the right side, but he decided to go down the left one to go down to the vending machine first, and it's like, do you visit the vending machine or do you skip it? So it's like, and then it has like, I think it has like 30 different endings or something.
All right, well now we're talking about games and not Trump, so
we are. But that's
what do we call it?
Oh no.
Game talk.
Game talk.
Game talk. So that sort of reminds me of this other game, Life is Strange, because it's like it's super story driven game, and there isn't like a narrative that reads to you, but you basically play it out. Mm-hmm. You feel like you're playing out a movie basically. Mm-hmm. So it does sound similar. And that game has consequences too. Like when you talk to people, you can either choose like tell the truth or lie. Mm. And then, no matter which one you pick, you always wonder like, was that the right choice?
Right.
And the thing reminds you like this action has consequences. You're like, oh fuck, are they the right ones?
Yeah, that's how I feel in Skyrim. Every time I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
4 choices, shit. Like, what do I?
Skyrim's too much.
Yeah, Skyrim's too much of everything.
Yeah. But there are people that play it on Twitch, and there are people that watch it on Twitch too.
That's cool.
Is it?
I mean, why not?
I mean,
why not, man? Hey,
you can do anything.
for the real Skyrim player, please step forward. Fucking Zognog.
I'm looking at his name right now.
Really?
Yeah, Zarnog 14.
What's up, Zognog?
8 days ago. No, he's not.
You got my hopes up for a second.
He's in the activity feed, bro.
I was gonna say, dude, if Zognog was here,
Right.
you tell him to bust out the crack.
Right above M. Quiampt. Yeah, Children of Morta. Great game. Great. Like, so really good.
Yeah. You seem to beat it pretty quick. It seems short.
Well, it's not. I don't think it is. You've only done stage 1 of chapter 1.
Right. Correct.
So
No spoilers, bro.
yeah. So there's more. There's a lot more.
Yeah.
But I played it like I started it like a couple months ago. And I was playing it here and there.
Okay.
And then
I
I played
thought
it
you-
every once in a while
yeah.
since. But lately, because I've been getting so far and like just loving it more, I've just been playing it more. So when did I beat it? Like Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 days. Those 3 days, I played it like a lot to
Mm.
beat it. Probably like 12 to 16 hours.
A day?
Just for
Or total?
for those couple days.
Oh, okay. So like three
so
or
like
4 hours a day.
pretty much almost all day for 2 or 3 days. And that's why I got beat it, just because I played it like so much. But it's just, and the other cool thing that it does is, you characters have like fatigue.
Fatigue.
Fatigue. So like if you play too much of one character, they get tired.
Yeah. Oh. I
And then
didn't know
it
that.
says, like-
Spoilers, dude.
Oh, I mean, it's good to know. Because if you don't notice it and you know that your like health is like half of what it was, you're like, what the fuck?
Mm.
And then you die. You don't want to do that.
Mm.
But like, it basically encourages you to like, yo, try another character. Let
Right.
this one rest.
Mhm.
So it's like it's just one more game mechanic that makes you like play more of the game. You know, it's
Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed so far.
Yeah.
I'm eager to see
It's
what it
it's
is.
a good. I mean, that company seems to make good shit.
Yeah. 11-bit.
11-bit.
Sure.
Shout out to 11-bit.
Shout out 11-bit.
11 beers, 11 bits.
I wish I had 11 beers, dude. I had 2.5. That was it.
Yeah.
I'm short. Need more beer.
We do need more beer.
Who's up for? I need to do a Publix run first, so I could always do another beer run when I
Yeah.
go.
Well, that won't
Because
work.
we got liquor to hold us over.
We have plenty. Yeah, we got plenty.
I got mixer now, so
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great game. Fucking Addams Family, though, dude.
I believe you. You seem to have a hard.
I forgot how hard games were. How like easy games have
Brutal.
gotten.
Yeah,
Like, it's crazy.
I'm sure like some of the SNES games were like some of the hardest ones.
Yeah.
Dude, look at her ear.
Chilling, dude.
Yeah. Oh, not anymore, dude. Oh man.
just the fact that was one of the first games that I had ever played, like period.
Mm-hmm.
And
now you're like struggling.
Yeah, like
yeah.
it was easier for me. Like I remember getting further back then. I probably played it way more, but like still, the fact that this is like 25 years later or whatever, and I'm like struggling at a game I played when I was like, 7 or 8. There's only two songs, like 2 tracks in that whole game.
Really?
Yeah. So the music gets really repetitive very quickly because it only has 2 to pick from, depending on like what area you're in.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, I need to do some old games again. I'm sure most old games would be frustrating.
Get a emulator and get DOSBox. You'll play
Oh.
most things. Most things.
that
That
the one
emulator
that
is
we
really
got?
good. Huh?
Is that the one we got for Sonic? Because that thing seemed like they played the shit.
That is like that's like an emulator that holds other emulators.
Mm.
But it's good though, because I think you can play almost anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Arch something. But DOSBox for DOS games, for old DOS games, is really good. Seems to work for almost everything I've tried. But it really helps to have a controller though, for a lot of.
Yeah, I don't have a controller.
Yeah. But I mean, you can do it with a keyboard, mouse and keyboard.
Probably could find.
But I think though, because those games are built for controllers, it just makes more sense. Like
Mhm.
it feels more natural, especially platformers.
Yeah.
But like Children of Morta, I can't see being good at the game with a controller because of the whole aiming thing. Like you aim with the mouse, like that would just frustrate me on a controller. I would die so much more, Slow night, dude.
Yeah, dude.
This is how I was last night. After an hour, I was like, well.
Yeah. Especially if you're alone. That's my bad, dude.
No, you got shit to do.
Well, yeah, but it was one, I was working on a patch, and 2, like there were some people who I hadn't seen in like a while that I was talking to.
Yeah, that's fine.
But then got it all sorted out today, so I'm like, I'm good now for the next couple days.
Yeah, I just feel like if you break a streaming cycle for too long, I feel like you lose people.
Well, I've definitely been feeling that. Like, I felt really bad because I was like, yeah, dude, I'll come down and grab dinner, and that's when I was like coding. I was like, I literally like didn't leave that room until like after midnight. It's like, fuck, I've been in here all night. Like, didn't even like go to the bathroom until after midnight.
I mean, it's optional, dude. Like,
I mean, sort of not. I'm just saying, like, I was glued.
if you push if you
push it to the limit, hey, the bladder's to the limit. Come on, fogo gods. Right, Dally? I mean,
push your underwear to the limit.
Dude. Oh my god. Dude, then I need adult diapers.
Dude. I wonder what is going on Twitter now.
Probably the same bullshit.
I hate having to
hashtag.
check. I hate having to check Twitter to make sure the world hasn't like collapsed.
I mean, the way I mean, The way I see it is, if we're sitting here having beers and nobody's kicked the door in, the world's alright. The world's good enough.
I mean, so far things seem to be intact.
Should we call it? We
I
got
mean-
one viewer on Twitch, which
Yeah,
is probably me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there because it should be at least 2. But maybe because I'm on.
mean-
Maybe because I'm on this. I don't know what's going on.
You trying to jock me?
Looks like she is, dude.
I know, dude. She's giving me the jock eyes.
You jocking Uncle Mike?
You trying to be like, you know me?
Did you ask your friend? Shit, what are their names? I forgot. The other dogs.
Billy and Beanie, like.
I forgot their names.
Did you ask your friend Blue? Did you ask your friend Benny?
Why
Come
can't I
on.
think of their names?
Snowy?
No, these dogs.
Oh. Miley?
Oh yeah. Did you ask your friend Miley? Did you ask your friend Mika? Did they say they know Fahoba Gods?
God. So stupid.
Instant classic.
Yeah, I think that means we need to stop because it's
Probably.
like, all right, we're not talking about Trump. We're not talking about games. We're just
No.
poorly
Fahoba
singing
Gods.
for Hogo Gods. And fuck putting that.
And Eric's not even here.
Yeah, dude.
If we're doing Fahoba Gods and Eric isn't here, that's
It's
a red
not just
flag,
like-
dude.
yeah.
That means it's time to call it.
Yeah, dude. Once the COVID shit dies down, we definitely need to have him up here for like a barbecue or something.
That'd be cool.
I haven't seen him in probably like 7 years. 7 or 8 years. That's crazy.
What kind of friend are you, bro?
Yeah. I mean, I talk to him every day. I talked to him earlier today,
Yeah.
but I just haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Could argue the same thing about Hacksaw.
And he's close.
He's closer,
Much closer.
dude. If you could jump,
Dude. Couple jumps tops.
2 jumps.
2 to 3, man.
2 jumps, not 3.
Not
2.
even 3, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Kill that. Kill that.